Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to create the Vines bracelet. And this was created by MDL_looms on Instagram. It is a hook only design. He has some other really awesome hook designs too, so you can definitely check out his Instagram page. I do have, I think it's 2 other ones also on my channel. Maybe more, I could be wrong. But yeah, I really like his designs. This one is not a hard design, but if you're not great with the hook, I did also upload the Loom version, so you could check that out as well. So for today's video, you will need about 118 bands depending on your wrist size. The breakdown is 43 of the border, 37 of the black center, and 38 of the yellow center. You will also need a double-ended hook and 1 C-clip. So get those supplies ready and we can get started. To get started, you will want to have your double-ended hook if you have one. And we're going to first choose the border color that you want to use. So I'm going to use Medieval Tin Man from rainbowloom.com. And we're going to put a cap band on the hook. So just twist it on like that. We're going to grab another one of that same color. We're going to pull it through the entire cap band and close it off. Now we're going to grab another of the border, but we're just going to place it on the hook for a second and hold it with our finger. And we're going to grab whatever color you want to use where my yellow is. I'm going to use all one color for that. And I'm going to grab my medieval pink and we're going to sit that on the hook as well. So we have 2 bands there. And we will only be doing this for this time. I find it easier to do it this way. We're going to pull these 2 bands through the first band on the hook and close them both off. So it looks like that. And you want to keep it in that order. It can get a little fiddly for a second. This band might pop over, but that's okay. But we're going to slide it down for now. Turn it around. The main thing that is important right now is that these 3 are in the same order. So it should be border, border, and then whatever your color is where my yellow was. So now we're going to grab another border. We're going to pull this through the first 3. We are going to pick up the first band closest to our hook, which is my pink, and close it off. So you can see I'm holding that Tin Man band right there so that it doesn't cross back over, so keep the order. We're going to grab another border. We're going to bring this one through the first 2. We're going to pick up the second band, which is the outside one, and close it off. So now we're going to go back to my pink color. So whatever color you're using for like the main color pattern where the yellow is what you're going to grab now. And this is where you're going to start to see the actual pattern. This is the start of it and you'll start to see where it repeats. So we're going to pull this through the first 2. We're going to skip the first band and pick up the outer one and close it off. Now we need to rearrange the outside 2 bands because the pink has to sit inside. So we're just going to grab the border and pull it out. So it sits like that. It is going to sit a little weird, but that's okay. That's how it should look. We're going to slide it down and turn it around. This is how it's looking. So we now need to choose whatever color you want to use where my black is in the center. And I'm going to use clear. I think these are the glow-in-the-dark clear. So we're going to pull this band through the first 5. So we're going to pull it through 5. We are going to pick up the first, skip the second and third, and pick up the 4th and 5th, which are the outer 2, and close it off. We need to, I'm still holding on to this side because these 2 bands over here have to stay in that order, the one I'm holding and the pink one. But over here we need to rearrange. We want the clear to be in the center. So we're going to grab the second and third band in and pull it out here so that the clear sits in front of it. Now we're going to go back to our border color. We're going to pull this through the first 4. We're going to skip the first band, pick up the second. Sorry, my nails are getting in the way. So we only pick the second up, and then we just close it off. So it looks like that. And now we are going to start the pattern all over again. So this is where we go back to our pink. We will pull this through the first 2. We will skip the first, pick up the outside band, and close it off. We need to rearrange the border. So grab the border band, which is the second one in, and pull it to the outside. Sometimes I pull it off and then just put it back on. Like that. We're going to slide it down and turn it around. We're going to go to our center color, which is my clear. We're going to pull this through the first 5. We're going to pick up the first band closest to our hook, skip the second and third, pick up the 4th and 5th, and close this clear off. Just like earlier, we need to rearrange these 2 bands here. They're already kind of wanting to move on their own. So we're going to move these 2 out here so that the clear sits in the center. And don't forget to keep these right here in that order. We're going to go to our border color now. And this is the last step of the section. So we will pull this through the first 4. We're going to skip the first, pick up the second, and close it off. And we are ready to start that again. So we are going to go back to our pink. And again, this is the start of the pattern. So we are going to pull this through the first 2. We're going to pick up the outside band and close it off. We need to rearrange the outside 2. So we're going to bring the border to the outside of the pink so that the pink sits inside. Again, it might look a little bit weird. We're going to slide it down, turn it around. Now you can see that this pink is kind of falling over. If I pull it down tight, it should be sitting like that. But if it doesn't stay there, it's okay. But when we pull the next band through and we're going to go through 5 and we pick up the first one, you have to make sure that you're reclaiming whatever color band you have right here. Make sure that's the one you're picking up in case it is in a different order. So I'll explain that a little more as I do this. So grab your center color, which is my clear. We're going to go through the first 5. And this is where it's important. Make sure when you're picking up the first band that it's whatever band is right here. So the first band we got up on our hook, skip the next 2, pick up the outer bands, 2 of them, and close it off. We're going to rearrange these 2 to the outside so that the clear sits in the center. And then we will pull a border again. And we'll pull this through the first 4. We will skip the first and pick up the second and close it off. And that's the pattern. We will start that all over again. So I'm going to go back to my pink. We will pull it through the first 2. Pick up the outside band and close it off. Rearrange the outside 2 bands so that the border sits on the outside. We're going to slide it down and turn it around. We're going to grab our center clear. We're going to pull this through the first 5. We're going to pick up the first band closest to our hook. Skip the second and third, pick up the 4th and 5th, and close off the clear. We need to rearrange so that the clear sits in the center. So we're just going to release these two out here like that. And lastly, we will bring our border through 4. And then we will skip the first, pick up the second, and close it off. And we are back to the start of the pattern again. So I'm going to continue doing it without giving instructions, and you guys can follow along. So you guys are going to go to this timestamp right here. It will pick up right where I'm leaving off, and you can continue following that same instructions until your bracelet is long enough to fit your wrist. Once your bracelet is long enough and you are back at the start of the pattern again, which is right here, all you will do to close it off is grab one more border band and pull it through everything on your hook. Bring both ends together, and that's where you will C-clip it. And that is how you create the Vines bracelet, designed by MDL_looms on Instagram. We certainly hope you guys enjoyed this bracelet. I hope you liked the tutorial. If you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below. And also share with us your renditions on Instagram. But that will be it for today, you guys. Don't forget you can find the Loom version of the same design on my YouTube channel as well. So that'll be it for today, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.